Perhaps one of the best LGBTQ+ allies is 82-year-old Martha Stewart. She ran a prison penitentiary while being able to make the most marvelous cake and hosted the best of gay-worthy dinner parties. She's Snoop Dogg's cool sidekick, but in February she showed the queer community how important healthcare was. The most watched stories of the year, number 5 of 23. From the kitchen to the fight against COVID-19, Martha Stewart takes the lead in Pfizer's new ad.
You know that unwelcome guest everyone wishes would just leave already? That's COVID-19. That's why I got the new updated booster, designed to help protect against recent Omicron variants. Got it.
Pfizer's new COVID-19 booster ad starring Martha Stewart is both rather odd and strangely compelling to watch in a definitive departure from its previous conservative vaccine commercials. The 30-second spot, Unwelcome Guest, features Stewart in her beautifully perfect kitchen, calmly sharpening a massive samurai sword. As sparks fly, she says, quote, "You know that unwelcome guest everyone wishes would leave already? That's COVID-19, end quote. The ad discusses how the updated Pfizer shot protects against the so-called Omicron variant. Martha then effortlessly lops the top off a poor, unsuspecting pineapple and drops it in the garbage, slipping her shirt down her shoulder, flashing a blue bandage, and asks in her best thirst trap voice, "Got it?" The whole vibe of the spot is Kill Bill meets Top Shelf. Stewart is both charming and vaguely menacing throughout. The direction is clean and beautiful, so all these disparate themes somehow work, at least entertainment-wise. The goal of the spot is to motivate the viewer to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's vaccine.gov site. Pfizer was a big name during the pandemic with its COVID-19 vaccine and the antiviral Paxlovid, and clearly hopes to continue that success. Now, can I just say that Martha Stewart looks amazing, and she's 81 years old, so all that pot smoking and hanging out with Snoop Dogg is working.
Wait, she's 81?
81, pa que lo sepa. And look at that skin, immaculate. She looks incredible.
It's very unnatural, and she's made a deal with the devil.
She obviously has. She is sucking on some kind of snake blood or something. Like when she put her top down, I almost wanted to see the rest. You know what I mean?
I mean, I have to say though, Martha is always really good with her comedy. Like, she is actually funny.
She had good timing.
Like, she has good timing. I remember.
She's in on the joke.
Yeah,
if you ever watched the show with her and Snoop Dogg, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
I remember like watching her roast Justin Bieber in one of the Comedy Central roasts. She delivered.
Yeah, and it gave her street cred.
Yeah.
As sad as it is to say, prison gave her street cred.
You're far too white to say that.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, ooh, that rings unnaturally on my ears.
But you know, most medical, and because of FDA requirements, most medical commercials are very boring. You know, two people throwing a baseball somehow means that they don't have a lot of A1C or something like that. But this commercial hits home. You know, it hits an older audience that still might be resisting in middle America to get the vaccine. So hopefully this is going to make an impact while also making a smile.
I'm curious for everybody. The point of the commercial, we're helping Care Resource in this next 4 months. They have been challenged by the Department of Health to get out the COVID booster message, and Hotspots Happening Out will help Care Resource and do that. The point of the message and the cuteness of Martha Stewart doing this with a samurai sword, but to its message itself, are we motivated on the booster? Do you think LGBTQ community is interested in COVID anymore, the booster anymore?
I think we've moved on now. I think we've moved on. Like for a while, it was get vaccinated, get vaccinated. Everybody, my friends at this table, I know we've all been vaccinated and triple vaxxed, you know, and here we are, that vaccine already like wore out, you know, that was supposed to be like every 5 months or something like that. So here we are where everybody's getting sick again. And now people are counting 4 times getting COVID, 5 times getting COVID. So I think it's important to get that message back out, especially for the people who have underlying conditions.
Are we worried on the fact that that you contract COVID, and the greater the distance you have from immunity or the buildup from the booster, that the greater the time goes, the increased risk of the ramifications, even to the potential of death?
That's how the flu shot works. And I work in events and I work in bars. I have the boosters. I've still caught COVID twice. The manager of Ramrod passed away last summer, Kevin, from COVID.
Wow.
Everyone at the bar is vaccinated, but when you're in contact with that many people, the vaccine isn't a bubble. It just makes it tolerable. When I've had COVID after having the vaccines, it's one day of not feeling good, and then I'm pretty much better after that. Beforehand, I had them up for a month. I was out of work because I had fevers and fatigue for a full month because I got COVID very early on after one of our hosts of It's Happening Out passed away. And so I've seen firsthand the difference between not vaccinated and vaccinated. Definitely worth the vaccine.